Hello everyone and welcome to Alliance Le Mans YouTube channel. As the US presidential election is getting closer, today we will compare the economic policies of the two candidates. We'll first review Donald Trump's proposed policies, followed by Kamala Harris's, and in the end we will highlight the key differences between these two. Allow me a quick word before we dive in. I'd like to introduce Alliance Le Mans. We are an alliance between seasoned and fresh consultants around the world. Our mission is to support business development, enable growth, and create value. Please subscribe to our channel and get in touch with us. Let's first go over Trump's economic policies. Trump's economic approach centers on tax cuts. It is important to know that in 2017, his Tax Cuts and Jobs Act was a big reform on the US taxing regime. It lowered the corporate tax rate from 35% to 21%, reduced individual income tax rates, and increased the standard deduction on it, among other things. These provisions, however, are set to expire in 2025. Trump has stated that he would not only extend the 2017 measures, but also lower the corporate tax rate from 21% to 20% and even to 15% for companies that manufacture within the US, and remove the tax deduction cap, which allows taxpayers to deduct the state and local taxes like property taxes from their federal taxable income. Currently, based on 2017 measures, this deduction is capped at $10,000. The cap disproportionately affects taxpayers in high tax states like New York, California, and New Jersey, particularly those with higher incomes and expensive homes who tend to pay more in state and local taxes. Another key component of Trump's economic strategy is tariffs. If re-elected, he plans to impose a 10 to 20% across-the-board tariff on all imports into the US and implement a 60% tariff on imports from China. Critics argue that these tariffs will raise household costs and eventually harm the economy, but Trump believes that they will restore US manufacturing. He has also mentioned that he considers replacing personal income taxes with higher tariffs. Let us now take a look at Kamala Harris's economic policies. Harris has criticized Trump for prioritizing tax cuts for the wealthiest Americans, while she emphasizes middle and working class support. She also opposes Trump's aggressive use of tariffs. Harris's approach focuses on providing tax relief to specific groups, including households earning $400,000 or less and families with young children. Her plans include tax credits for first-time homebuyers, expanding the child tax credit, and offering incentives for small businesses. Also, to incentivize strategic growth, Harris plans to create tax credits for industries such as AI, aerospace, biotech, and iron and steel manufacturing. She also plans to address price gouging in sectors like groceries, and she would like to boost the housing supply. Another pillar of Harris's economic policies is increasing certain tax rates to offset government revenue loss from her certain tax cuts. In opposition to Trump's proposal to reduce corporate tax rates to 20%, Harris would like to increase it to 28%, which is still below the 35% prior to the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act in 2017. And finally, the last pillar of Harris's economic policies is to increase taxes on capital gains. Her proposed tax rate on capital gains more than $1 million is 28%, which is far less than Joe Biden's previously announced 39.6%. Now let us compare the two candidates' economic policies. In terms of the scale of tax cuts, Trump's tax cuts are broad and sweeping, while Harris's are more targeted, focusing on middle-class families and specific industries. In terms of debt impact, both plans are expected to increase the national debt. But Trump's could have a greater impact due to the size of his tax cuts and lack of offsetting by reducing spending. And finally, in terms of use of tariffs, Trump relies heavily on tariffs as part of his economic strategy, while Harris avoids using tariffs and favors other forms of economic management. Thank you for having watched this video. Please like it and share it with your friends as well. If you haven't already, subscribe to our channel for more videos like this.